Hello folks, how you doing? I'm Deadman Apollo, the world's most radiant skeleton. I was totally not just scrambling, looking for images and stuff of the shit I bought. And I kind of failed, and then I realized, oh no, it's time to stream. So I may have to do that while we're doing this. Once again, I'm Deadman Apollo, the world's most radiant skeleton. Human, Skelly, which do we do? I guess we can do a mix of both. Let's start with skeleton. I'm mixing human and skeleton so much lately. How's the BGM? Sounding good? It's a new one. I found it recently, and it looks pretty good. I think there might be an issue. Let me check. I feel like my microphone is lower than it's supposed to be, so let me just take a quick look at this. I don't know why, but Windows does this thing where it just kind of lowers the volume of my mic. It has lowered the volume of my microphone again. I don't understand. Like not through the Go XLR app, but in the sound control panel, it's at 80%, and then over time it just goes lower and lower. Now it's fine. I don't really understand what's happening. Patrick Lee, how you doing? Yola Voss, how you doing? I wonder if your PC does that too? I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing to check. My previous PC did not used to do this, so I'm not really sure what's going on. It is so bizarre. It's really annoying. And I only notice when I see that the yellow bar is not quite reaching red. I have it so that when my voice is at its loudest, it reaches the red just a tiny bit. I feel like that's the best balance when it comes to volume. But then when that doesn't happen, then I know that something is wrong, and I have no idea how to fix it. But yeah, before this, I was kind of looking at the website where I bought a new jacket, and I am not finding the listing for it anymore, and thus I can't really get the PNG for it that I need. I think it is very possible that they may have discontinued this this jacket that I bought, this coat rather. Let me just check again. Why is it not there? Because we're gonna talk about Black Friday and the damage report. I kind of ended up getting more than I originally planned on getting. Oh boy. We can talk about artwork a little bit though. I just honestly do not remember if I mentioned this last time. But the artwork you're seeing in the thumbnail to the stream, it was one I got like 2 weeks ago. Let's bring it up. Let's bring up the full thing. There's still one more artwork that I'm waiting for, and that one's just been cooking since September, and it's still nowhere in sight. There we go, Apollo with the sparkling hair. I specifically asked for my hair to look like hair from Land of the Lustrous, Hoseki no Kuni, and I think they did a pretty good job. Who's the artist? Doro-chan. I vaguely feel like I remember talking about this. Doro-chan. Pretty good. Very fast turnaround too. It's giving Land of the Lustrous vibes. Thank you. It's Doro-chan made a really good artwork of what's his face? Paparacha? Let's show you guys the artwork. It was beautiful, and I thought, hey, I need an artwork that looks like this. There we go. One of my favorite Land of the Lustrous characters, Paparacha. Very difficult name to pronounce. This one, I saw their artwork of this character, and I thought I need something like this, but for me. And they cooked this up. I was kind of hoping that I would get a similar pose, just a real close up to the face, showing off the hair more than anything. I mean, it does really show off the hair. That, don't get me wrong there, but the angle. However, you know, this is amazing too. I like it quite a lot. I need to tweet that I started, which I have not done yet. I'm a little bit surprised because usually around this time, I woke up, what, 7-ish hours ago? Had my breakfast right away, and usually I get pretty hungry about 6 to 7 hours later, but I don't feel hungry at all. Starting. Hajimaru. There we go. Tweeted about it too. Alright, now people will know. Let me see. Where was I? Maybe it has to do with the chocolate I ate shortly after my breakfast. Ritter pistachio. Let me get a picture of that too, so I can show you folks what it is. So there we go. It looked good. It looked incredible, but honestly, it was incredibly mid. I didn't really like this chocolate very much, but you know, it was on sale, so I had to try it out. Here you go. The nut selection Ritter Sport. Pistachio with roasted and salted pistachios. It was not good. It felt like the chocolate was kind of... It tasted like dark chocolate, but not quite as dark chocolate. It tasted more like I would say, I would imagine they take dark chocolate, 70% dark chocolate, and mix it with 30% milk chocolate, and there you go. It's a bit of a hybrid between the two. I didn't like it at all. But you know, chocolate. I still ate it. Let me see. I really just want to find a picture of that jacket I bought, because I want to show you guys. It's pretty stylish and sleek. But I don't think no, I have to be able to find it, right? There's no way. There's absolutely no way that the jacket is just gone now. Alright. Coats. I think it's gone, guys. I think it's gone. Is this the one? Oh, okay. I see what's happening. The robe still exists, but all the black ones are gone. I bought a black one, so I can show you dark gray. Yo, Cyber, how you doing? I can show you the dark gray one. I don't know if it'll look super good on me, but at least I can return it if it doesn't look great on me. But here we go. I think it's gonna be pretty stylish, all things considered. Because while I do have a really good winter jacket, the issue with it is that it looks great. I like the way it looks, but for days when it's not as cold, and I'm talking negative 20 degrees Celsius, for those days I would like to wear something a little bit more stylish. So I got this coat, but I got it in black, not this color. So I hope it looks good on me. The last coat I got did look good on me. It was it's the same brand, Jack and Jones. But they redesign these like every year or every second year or so. And the one I bought was, I don't know, 7 years ago. So that one, they don't make the same one anymore. And I love that one. If that one was still available, I would have just bought another one. But the zipper like permanently died on it. So, and it kind of it started looking a little bit ragged. So I got this one. And I hope it ends up looking great on me. I just like the sleek nature of it. And this fabric is also really warm. Sure, it's not going to make you feel toasty when it's negative 20 degrees. But, you know, for that situation, I've got a thicker coat. A thicker jacket. So, hoping this one's going to be great. And I got a good deal on that one. Usually this one costs about, what, $200? But Black Friday deals cut that price off by 40%. So, I jumped in on that. Got it right away. It was pretty good. It was pretty great. The other thing I got was, you know, skellies and humans in general. They gotta look out for their teeth, right? You gotta look out for their teeth, because if you don't, you know, the dentist's gonna take all your money. They're gonna take all your teeth. My father, poor guy, they pulled all of his teeth out. They're gonna replace his teeth with fake teeth. His teeth had gotten really, really bad from smoking. and just being lazy with brushing his teeth in general. So they pulled him all out. He looks 20 years older than he really is. But he's doing fine, I suppose, but they're gonna go ahead and give him new teeth soon. But yeah, Deadman couldn't say my dad. May you share some Black Friday damage reporting while you're done? When you're done, yeah, go for it. Yeah, real teeth buy. You know, people say bye wisdom teeth. How about bye everything? So I got myself an Oral-B IO Series 6. Hell yeah! My previous electric toothbrush is an Oral-B Pro, not the IO series, but the Pro series, and I like it. But I figured, hey, the IO series, they say it's even better. Even better! So I decided to get one of those AI brushing. Yeah, I guess it's got AI brushing. Don't worry about that. I'm not going to use any of those AI features. Why does a toothbrush need AI? Listen, Cyber, if you would believe it, this... I got this on heavy discount, so otherwise I wouldn't have bought this model. But if you can believe it, it connects to your phone through Bluetooth, and it's got internal gyro sensors. So when you're brushing your teeth, through the app, the toothbrush can tell how you're brushing, and through AI, it learns your brushing techniques, and then it tells you, okay, your brushing technique is like this, this, and this. You can do this to improve it. But I'm not gonna do any of that. I'm not gonna do any of that. But I got myself one of these. My Oral-B Pro, I've had those for 6 years, and I figured it was time to upgrade, so I can have even healthier teeth. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And not only that, folks, I found, the brush heads. Sure, this is the initial investment, but then the brush heads on the IO series are actually really expensive. I think I saw a 3-pack of brush heads. Before sale, I saw a 3-pack for about $40, which is insane, actually. But during this Black Friday sale, I also found a deal on the brush heads. 6 of them. 6 of them. Now, this toothbrush that I got, it's not this exact one, but I mean, it is this exact model. But I got a package that came with 2 brush heads. But additionally, I also got 6 extra brush heads for $30. And that's gonna last me like 2-3 years, I think, because you're supposed to replace the brush heads every 3 months, and that's gonna last me for a long time. So I think I got a really good deal on that. Saved a lot of money. Now, I mean, people would ask, hey, well, why spend so much money on an electric toothbrush, right? But the thing is, sure, you can go buy a $2 regular toothbrush, but my dentist 15 years ago told me, hey, Apollo, you need to brush better. And I'm like, but I brush every morning and every night. And they're like, well, your technique is not good enough then. You get better. And I'm like, but I thought it was good. So they suggested, hey, what if we just get an electric toothbrush then? So I followed their advice, and they never told me that I need to improve my toothbrushing ever again. They did tell me that I gotta floss more, which I have gotten much better at, but that was then. And ever since then, my teeth have been pristine. I have never had a cavity because I use the electric toothbrush. It's an investment, folks. It really is an investment. You spend, what, $100 on an electric toothbrush? And that's gonna ensure you have healthy teeth, healthy gums, so that you don't have to, 10 years later, spend $3,000, $4,000 on getting your teeth fixed. So it's an investment. You invest in yourself. You have a pink Philips electric one. Ooh, you have a Sonicare one? They released a purple one a year later. Oh, I want to see it. Philips Sonicare purple toothbrush. Let's look at it. Oh, the purple one is beautiful. It's got a really, really nice hue. Look at this. Honestly, if I just got a basic white toothbrush, Philips, not Philips, what was it called? Oral-B IO. There was the black one as well, but I figure, you know, when it comes to dental products, I would rather keep it white. This is an incredible color. If Oral-B released an electric toothbrush with this color, I would have bought this one. This color. I love this shade of purple. Purple is my favorite color, by the way. It might not look like it. It might not look like it. People would think, hey, Apollo's blue. You know, bro's favorite color is probably blue, but no, it's purple. Same king, same. Hell yeah, Cyber. Hell yeah. Did somebody say Sonic? Sonic? Let me see. I bought a couple of other things too. Let me see. Let me check. What was it I got from Amazon now again? Why do you have a sense of deja vu? Yo, Sharon, how you doing? How you doing, Sharon? Oh, I bought a sleeping mask. I just want to show you guys the artwork or on the product page. I bought a new sleeping mask because I figured I've had this one that I'm using right now for a long time. I thought, hey, maybe try a different one. And I found this one on. It's really... I think this picture is so damn funny. It's the funniest picture I've ever seen of a product. But hey, the reviewers were like, this is the most comfortable thing you're ever gonna wear. And I decided to get it. Now, I think I put myself in a situation where I just cannot sleep without a sleeping mask on anymore. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because you kind of need light to wake up, but it's whatever. I'm happy with that. Western Gojo, made it in black looking eye mask. Make it candle white. Let me see. Ooh, look at that! I got an email from Sakura House. Yeah, we can digress for a bit. I was looking at hotels for Japan because I'm going in March, and the hotel prices are atrocious, really bad. I ended up finding something for 900 bucks. It's not the fanciest place, but I'm like, oh, it's still expensive. And then I realized that because I live so far up north now, it's gonna cost me quite a bit to fly down to the main airport of Sweden in Stockholm, and then fly to Japan from there. So that added about 300 bucks to my flight tickets. And I was thinking, ooh, plus 900. So normally, if I didn't live up here and I still lived in my old town, it would just cost me 600 bucks to fly to Japan, which is really good. But plus, you know, the flight down to Arlanda, the big airport, that's gonna be another like 300, 200 bucks on top of that. So I thought, oh, if I could save a little bit on hotel, and it was looking pretty hopeless. But then my friend was like, hey, Apollo, don't go for a hotel. Just find a share house instead. They give you your own room. You will have to share bathroom and shower. And to me, that is completely fine. I just want my own room. That's all I ask for. And so he recommended me this website called Sakura House. And over there, I found two nice share houses with really nice rooms for 90,000 yen a month. Now, I'm only there for 16 days. However, 90,000 yen is still less than 900 bucks. Let's see. Let's do the conversion. Yen to USD. That's about $580. And that clearly makes up for the money that the extra money I'm putting into my flight tickets to fly to Arlanda. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll send them an inquiry. They have this policy: if you stay less than a month, you will have to, you know, send them an inquiry and like be like, okay, I'm gonna stay for this amount of days. And they just came back to me right now. I got an email. They're like, hello, Apollo-san. Thank you for your inquiry. This is someone from the team of Sakura House. We are pleased to let you know that both rooms you inquired are available for your requested dates. As you may have noticed on our website, we do not have separate weekly daily rates, so the stay fee will be the entire month. But you know, it's still cheaper than if I were to get hotel. So I'm gonna go with one of these. I got two of them. One is 90,000 yen, one is 80,000. The 90,000 yen one is in a little bit of a less convenient area. The 80,000 yen one is in Ikebukuro, a little bit close to Sunshine City. So I may pick that one, but I'm gonna check them a little bit closer and decide. But yeah, I'm staying. Yeah, a deal is a deal, and I'm happy with that. And the thing, let me see. Well, where did I go with this? I really love Ikebukuro. It's one of my favorite districts of Tokyo. So I think I may go for that one. But if the other one is more convenient, then I'll go with that. It depends on what they have. I think the thing I want to check for the most is if they have a washlet toilet. That's the deal breaker for me. If one or the other does not have that, then that place is dead to me. I'm not gonna stay there. I need my washlet. I am also, let me just confirm the dates that I'm staying at. I am going on February 26th, and I'll be there until March 15th. So about 3 weekends, 2 weeks. So 16 days in total, which is good. And I told university as well, hey, during those days, I know it's in the middle of the term, but I need to be there. I must be there. And they were like, yeah, okay. Since you told us this far, since you gave us a heads up like this, we can make it work. And that's fine. And I can probably, do some work while I'm over there. It is a long time. It's mostly because I really want to be there. I really want the weekends. Those are the most important days. I need the weekends there because my friends, they're not available on weekdays. So I need the weekends. But coincidentally, this is pure coincidence. Ken is also going to be in Japan at the same time as me. And one of my longtime friends from Sweden that I've just, met in real life, he's also going to Japan in early March. So I'll have people to hang out with. Ken is staying for a long time though. He's staying there for about a month and a half or so. So I'm going to be hanging out with him a lot as well. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. But I'm only going to be in Tokyo. I'm not going to go to Osaka again this year because there's nothing for me in Osaka. I don't like Osaka that much, to be honest with you. I have a friend there, Ichika, who I do really want to meet. But within my budget, going to Osaka and back, it's gonna be a bit expensive. They also increased the ticket prices on the Shinkansen, and that's not really a price I'm willing to pay at the moment. Maybe next time. My childhood friend has told me that his brother really wants to go to Japan sometime, and he told me, hey Apollo, my brother, his friends, me, my wife, and you, Apollo, let's go to Japan in 2027. And I'm like, yeah, sure, okay. But it's gonna be my 3rd year of university then, and I'm gonna be super busy probably, so I won't be able to go until I graduate, which is in June. And he said, yeah, sure, we can make it your graduation gift. And I'm like, music to my ears, brother. So we'll see. It's not 100% decided, but I'll probably go back to Japan in 2027, and that's when we'll probably go to Osaka again. So I can meet Ichika then, I suppose. Bro is going on yearly trips to Japan at this rate. Cool though. That's my that's my hotel, or rather than hotel, my living space confirmed. Awesome stuff. Let me check. Oh, I bought some stuff from Sony. So remember, was it last time I did? Was it the last Zatsudan Chit Chat stream? I was talking about how I bought the Sony headphones, the MX or XM5s, whatever the hell. Nobody remembers what those are called. I bought those for $230 bucks. Was it? Yeah, $230. And then Sony started having Black Friday sales. And the sale they had was even better. I'm talking $200. $200 for the XM5s, MX5s. And I was like, hey, I got ripped off. So I'm going to go ahead and return the ones I got because I hadn't opened them yet. They were just on my shelf for like a week unopened. So I figured, okay, I'm just going to go back to the store I got them from and I'll go ahead and return them. So I did that, returned them, and then went to Sony's website. But it gets better. It gets better. So I noticed that also the previous model, the XM4, was also on super sale. And I think those are about $300 outside of sale. But that one was $160. And I thought, hey, I need this. Should I just get this one instead? And I did some research and stuff, and it turns out a lot of people do prefer the XM4s. So I figured, hey, what if it's this much cheaper, why not just, you know, get the previous model? But then I had a genius idea. I thought, wait. I may be able to get an even better discount. So I went to a website called Mecenat. Mecenat is basically it's an organization that is only available for university students, and if you join them, you know, you get exclusive student discounts. And I'm like, okay, you know, see if the Black Friday deal is even better over there. So I checked, and what do you know? They were like, hey, this coupon, you can use this to get an additional 15% off. So I got those Sony headphones for a steal for about 120-ish bucks. And I ordered those instead. And they have arrived there at the post office, but I didn't pick them up yesterday. Or today, rather, because there was a massive snowstorm today, and I figured, well, I'm not gonna go there today. And besides, I'm not really dying to use them. But I got the midnight blue ones, XM4s, so they're gonna be great. They're gonna be amazing. My friend, he has the XM3s. He's telling me the noise canceling on those are amazing, and apparently the XM4s have even better noise canceling. So I'm gonna be living good when I fly to Japan. And besides, another thing, my flight tickets. I noticed since last year they started doing direct flights to Japan only on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And that's kind of why I picked my date, my flight date of 26th of February, because that's on a Thursday. And I figured, hey, I want to do that for once in my life. So for the first time, you know, aside from the flight to Arlanda, the big airport in Stockholm, I will be on my very first ever direct flight to Japan with no layover. And it's the same on the way back. So that's going to be incredible. Oh, I'll be so comfortable. I'll be so comfortable with my Sony headphones. I won't be able to fall asleep, you know. That's one thing. The flight is very early though. The flight to Arlanda is 6 in the morning. But that's like an hour flight. I'll arrive in Arlanda 7 in the morning, and then the flight goes 9 a.m. So I'll have to get up at around 3 in the morning, just go over to the local airport in my town, and then fly over. But I probably will not sleep that day. You always fly direct? Yeah, I imagine it's awesome because since 2024 there has never been a direct flight from Sweden. You would always have to fly to Finland, and then from Finland directly to Japan. Last time I went with Air China, which was a bit stressful because the Chinese security. With Air China, you would fly from Sweden to Beijing, and then from Beijing to Japan, and back. But man, the Beijing airport is very scary, very scary. It felt so surreal because it's huge and there was nothing in there. None of the stores were open except like one store that sold luxury watches, I mean, and then a Starbucks. And a Starbucks. I'm trying to look for one of my other orders that I got. Oppo Hem. There we go. There we go. Let me log into my orders. There we go. Are? Yeah. There's been a toothpaste that I've been really, really curious about for a long time. This one right here. Hey Viv. God. How about I just take a screenshot of it? This toothpaste right here. Did I say toothbrush? Whatever, toothpaste. This toothpaste right here. It's SB12. It's supposedly really good stuff. But I've always been hesitant on trying it out. Because a tube of this is $10. And $10 for a toothpaste is kind of pricey, especially for something that runs out pretty fast. But I just never took the plunge because it was so expensive. However, Black Friday, this thing was half off. $5 for a tube, and it's 100 milliliters. And the thing is, the toothpaste, my go-to toothpaste right now is gum. It's just called Gum. The brand is Gum. I'm pretty sure that's a very famous brand. Gum Original White. Is that the one I'm using? Yeah. Gum Original White. It's a really nice toothpaste. This is the one I'm using right now. And a tube of this, it's 75 milliliters for about $4. This is the one I use. But this one's finally on sale, and I was like, oh, it's 100 milliliters. It's practically the same price as this one right now for $5. So I got 2 of these tubes, and I'm very excited to try it out. I'm gonna see how it is. Apparently, they just keep your mouth fresh all day, every day. So I'm excited to try it out. Try Japanese toothpaste too? Which brand do you recommend, Yola? I have tried. Now, the reason why I'm using Gum is because last time in Japan, I didn't bring any toothpaste, so I bought this Gum. It wasn't this exact one, but I got just another type of gum toothpaste, and it was really nice. I liked it a lot. And that's why I kind of made this my main toothpaste. It doesn't taste the same. I like the taste of this one better. My mom really liked the taste of the Japanese one, so whenever I go back, I'm gonna get her a couple of tubes so she can just consume those. And I also, tried. Let me see. Let's just take screenshots of these. These were also on stupidly cheap sales, and I figured, hey, you know what? May as well try them out. These two. Aura 2. Let's look them up. Aura 2 toothpaste. Oh, cleansing paste, stain cleaner. Oh, it's by Sun. It's also by Sunstar. Whoa. Yo, Yola. Aura 2 is made by Sunstar, and Sunstar also produces gum toothpaste. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. Toothpaste is omiyage. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Aromatic mint. Let's note that down. Aromatic mint. Oh, yeah, that's the one. I'm gonna look for this when I'm in Japan. I'm gonna put that in my Japan notes. And it looks good too. It's got very fancy packaging. It kills all the bacteria. Beautiful stuff. Alright. This candy here. It's supposedly healthy candy. Maybe that's an oxymoron. Speaking of teeth, let's show off my teeth. These Pandy sour skulls and Pandy cheese balls. These are lentil snacks. These were on, I think usually they're very small portions, but you pay $2 for one of these. But these were like 50 cents each. So I thought, hey, let's just get a couple of these, see how they taste like. And if they're good, then I'm gonna be hooked. I am not expecting this to be any good at all, because usually low sugar candies are kind of gross and taste like nothing. But I'm looking forward to the Pandy cheese balls. But until they arrive, I think they're gonna arrive later this week, so I can't give my review quite yet. Also went ahead and got some whey protein because I'm gonna start working out. I need to choose my gym. Now, luckily, when I moved in here, they gave me a bunch of coupons as a housewarming gift from the city government. And one of my coupons was a free month of gym subscription at Nordic Wellness, which is one of the big gym chains over here. So I'm gonna go get my free membership there and work out. Ooh, you booked your hotel for onsen? Gonna relax? You're going to Hakone after all? Maybe sourness will overpower the awkward flavors? That's what I'm hoping too. Because a very sour skulls. Let me see. Bub's Hallon skulls. Hallon skalle. There we go. A very popular Swedish candy, gum candy, are these. Let me show you. These. They're foamy, sour, raspberry flavored skulls, and they're incredibly addictive and good. I think about a month ago I bought a pack of these and I devoured them, and then I got a bellyache. Really regretted that one. Crashed so hard from the sugar rush. So I try not to eat these like ever. So I'm hoping, you know, these are a good a good substitute. Good stuff. Good stuff. I also kind of wanted to buy a new SSD, but I ended up not doing it. I was thinking maybe in Japan they're gonna have better prices for the SSDs I'm looking for. I'm thinking about what was it? Was it Western Digital? I think it was the Western Digital one, not the Samsung ones. Western Digital. Was this the one? No, it's not. 2TB. Yeah, this is the one. The Western Digital SN8100. It's I want a 2 terabyte one, but it's very expensive at like 260 bucks. So I'm hoping when I go to Japan, I'll be able to find that exact same one, but a lot cheaper, you know. Actually, let's check Amazon Japan. I'm not in a rush to upgrade my memories, so it doesn't really matter. Then the price in Japan is even worse. I forgot that Japan has awful PC hardware prices. I mean, look at this. 44,000 yen. That's just gonna round, like, if you convert that to dollars, it's just gonna be the same as the Swedish price. So, well, whatever. Might be better. It depends. Maybe they have Sakura sales over there. Do they do any Sakura sales over there? I don't think so. Probably not. Probably not. I think as far as Black Friday stuff goes, maybe was that it? Was that it? I'm just checking my receipts right now. You know, going back to the headphones, I returned them on Tuesday, but I haven't gotten my money back. So if I don't get my money back by tomorrow, I'm gonna have to go to the store and yell at them. They told me you'll have your money back by after 3 days, and it's been about a week, so I haven't gotten that yet. I haven't gotten it back yet. I feel like I got one more thing, but I don't remember what. Let me check my phone. Maybe I can, cause I got some shipping notifications. Or maybe I'm just gaslighting myself. Jack and Jones. No, that's the code I got. No, you know what? I believe that was it. Yeah, I got the toothpaste stuff, the new sleeping mask. Oh wait. No, that was it. That was it. Yeah, and the brush heads. Yeah, there we go. That's my Black Friday damage report, folks. That's my Black Friday damage report. I was let me see, did I save this image? Yeah, sure. Okay, we can talk about this. I completely forgot about this topic, and I'm glad I made some notes. I saw this image on Twitter the other day with the caption, "Hey, which controller did you which one was your first controller?" And you know, it's like which generation of consoles that people grow up with. And I was thinking, hey, maybe that's a pretty good topic to talk about. Let me move over here a little bit so we can look at the picture a little bit more. We also need an arrow so I can point at things. 7, but with the thumbsticks. Oh, you started off with the DualShock 1? Where's my Asakoko? Where the hell is my Asakoko? Does a bootleg number 6 count? No. There we go. Here's my Asakoko. We can use this. So the 1, 2, or 4, which one is Sega? Both are Sega actually. I think this one is for the Sega Saturn. No, this is actually the same damn console. Let me check. Sega Saturn controller. No, that's not the Sega Saturn controller. It's the same one. It's for the same system. But yeah, the one I started off with is this one. But I clearly remember the order of which I used these controllers. So when I was a wee little baby, my parents bought me a Sega Genesis. So I used this one, played Sonic 2, my very, very first game. Let me open up my thing here. Catch up with Chad. Then you're at number 7, Genesis and Saturn. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it works on both of them. But yeah, I started off with the Sega Saturn. Love that console. Although I don't know what other good games there are other than Sonic and maybe Gunstar Heroes. But yeah, this one, the Sega Saturn, or Sega Genesis. Let's make it big. They called it Sega Mega Drive in Europe. So I knew it as a Sega Mega Drive for the longest time. And then they called it Sega Genesis in North America. But yeah, let's make it a little bit bigger and put it behind the chat, actually. Are? Did I not put it behind the chat? Oh, that was the Asakoko I put behind the chat. There we go. But yeah, use this, and then I visited my uncle's place, and he had an NES. So this was the second controller I got to use. But then, another year when I returned when our family visited my grandparents again, my uncle was there. He had a Super Nintendo. So that was my third controller that I ever used. I never got to touch this controller, this Sega Genesis one with 6 buttons. So I don't know how that one feels. But then a couple of years later, my parents got me a PS1. So this exact one, without the analog sticks, that's the one I got to use. I did eventually get one with the sticks as well, but we started off with that one. But then my friend, he had a Nintendo 64. So this was the other controller I got to use after this one. So first, second, third, fifth, and sixth. This was the 6th controller I ever used in my life. But then, this is probably gonna sound a little bit weird, but my library, my local library in my hometown when I was a wee little baby in Denmark, they had a PlayStation 2 that you could play on. Just like that. You would tell the librarian, hey, I want to play on the PlayStation 2. And you had to book a time because, other kids wanted to play on it. And then they were like, okay, come back at 2 p.m. and you get to play on the PlayStation 2 for an hour or so. And they had Rayman 2, I remember. So I would go to the library, play on the PlayStation 2, and then go back home and play on my dusty old PlayStation 1. I think my Sega Genesis, I had it for the longest time, but then it kind of broke down. And I never found out how it broke down, but my parents threw it away, and the games just vanished. I guess they threw the games away as well, which is actually insane. But then we moved to Sweden then, shortly after that, and my uncle, he had a Sega Dreamcast. So this was my, I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This was my 7th controller. There we go. This was the 7th controller I ever got to use, and I played Sonic Adventure on it. Well, more like watch my uncle play Sonic Adventure. But it was great. It was great. It was awesome. And then I went back to my PlayStation 1. And then eventually I got my own PlayStation 2 Legendary Console. But during this era, my friend had an Xbox, so I got to use the Xbox controller as my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8th controller. Try that out. 8th controller. And then another friend had a GameCube. So 9th controller that I got to try out. And then, you know, time passes. Xbox 360 comes out. 10th controller. Is that 10? I'm losing count. Folks, I'm losing count. I'm so bad at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10th controller. 10th controller. And then I got a PS3. 11th. And then I also got a Wii. Oh, my sister got a Wii. 12th. And then I got a PS4. 13th. And then I bought a Wii U. 14th. And then I got the Nintendo Switch. Oh, we lost count. Then I got the Nintendo Switch. Then I also, for a very brief period of time, I got an Xbox One X. Played Ninja Gaiden on it. Then sold the Xbox One X. So I got to try it out. But I really, really hate the Xbox One controller. I hate the feel of the buttons. They're very clunky. So I was happy to get rid of it. And then, you know, never touched an Xbox One X or Series X controller. And then now, you know, this is my latest. Actually, the latest controller right now I've used is the Switch 2 controller. So there we go. I have quite the history with all these. I think I may have... Yeah, I have tried an Atari controller now that I think about it. But it was also really recently because they released the Atari Classic, right? And that controller is there. So I've practically used all of them except for the stupid Xbox One X or Series X controller. I don't know how that one feels. I'm not interested in finding out either. Let's get rid of it. Pretty good. Let me see. Cyberus 7, 10, 6, 9, 11. Oh shit, we gotta bring the picture back. We gotta bring the picture back. So I can see. So I can see. We also need the Asakoko. Damn it. I deleted the Asakoko. Dang it. No, there it is. I have the Asakoko right here. Alright, let's count. 7, 10, 6. Alright, so you use the Nintendo 64 controller then, and then PlayStation 2, and then Xbox, and then you try 2 and 4. Alright. It's getting confusing now. Good history lesson. You've never touched Saturn, Dreamcast, or Xbox after the 360. I think when it comes to Sega consoles, the ones I've never tried, I did try the Master System, the Genesis, and Dreamcast. I have never touched the other ones, like the Sega Nomad. Who played on the Sega Nomad? Nobody. And then the Sega Saturn, never touched that one. But the Sega Saturn flopped. I'm kind of curious about the Virtual Boy games on the Nintendo Switch. But the annoying thing is those games don't work if you don't buy the VR headset for it. Nobody ever in the history of ever. No, Sega Game Gear, that's the one I'm thinking of. I think the Nomad was the portable Genesis, and you could only play on it for like 2 hours. Yeah, what's your Black Friday report? Let me Google Sega Nomad. Oh yeah, Sega Nomad is the portable Genesis, and it guzzled power like mad. Kind of funny they released that. It looked so ugly, to be honest with you. Sure, it had a backlit full color screen, but you know, compared to the Game Boy, man. You got an MSI QD OLED ultra wide monitor. Oh, you spent big bucks, bro. MSI QD OLED. Yo, isn't that shit? Isn't that like very expensive? I don't think I'm looking at the right one. But hey, you're gonna eat good, man. You're gonna eat good. And then an LG InstaView fridge. A fridge. Oh, the fridge with the big window? I just noticed the fridge. You got the big one with the window? Holy damn. Isn't that a really fancy one? I want one with a window. Big window and a spherical ice maker. Yo, you're eating good. And a dryer for your mom and the house. Yeah, nice present for your mom. Hell yeah. Your mom's gonna be living the good life. with the ice maker, the window on the fridge. Let's look at it. It looks fancy as hell. That was not a Black Friday purchase I was expecting, Cyber. Look at that. A fancy fridge. I've got a very small fridge because I live in a student apartment. But one day, you know, this is the dream. Something like that at least. Maybe a Samsung fridge would be cool too. Nah, I think LG, you know. I mean, both are Korean brands, so I guess you can't go wrong with either. Can you connect that to the Wi-Fi, Yola? Cyber? I was reading Yola's comments, so my brain just said Yola there for a sec. You want a kimchi fridge? You've been waiting for Black Friday because it's very late Mother's Day's present. There's a kimchi fridge? Is that a thing? Oh wow, it is. It's like a small compartment on one of your fridges where you can put kimchi in it. Couldn't be me though. I actually don't like kimchi. I'm not a big fan. Spherical eyes, fancy. If I had noticed the fridge before the MSI QD OLED ultra wide monitor, I would have just completely ignored that stuff. And I would have hyper focused on the fridge. Originally, we were gonna get her a new handbag, but the store she wanted the handbag from closed down. Sauerkraut? You know, I haven't really had that sauerkraut that much, but it's okay. I would say it's okay. Thinking about it, I don't think I've really had sauerkraut outside of restaurants. I haven't ever given sauerkraut a real chance. Yo, Albino, how you doing? We were talking about Black Friday. Did you buy anything? Did you buy anything during Black Friday, Albino? Apollo not living properly, no sauerkraut. Yeah, I honestly don't know what I'm missing out on. I've never really had proper sauerkraut. Put it on a hot dog with mustard? We'll have to try that out. I had a hot dog yesterday, but I only ate half of it because I dropped the rest by accident. I had gone to the store to buy some groceries, and I sent you the picture of the monitor. Let me see. Thank you. Let's see the monitor. Let me see. Yeah, I went to the grocery store to buy some dinner and whatnot. And on the way out, I got myself a nice hot dog. But there was also a snowstorm going around, and I didn't want to eat it at the store, so I just held it in my hand with my very fat gloves. Because it was pretty cold outside, so I brought my thickest gloves with me, and I was holding it with that thing. And when after eating it halfway through, the next bite, you know, it kind of I messed up, and the hot dog kind of fell out of the bread and fell to the floor, and I was like, well, I guess that's bird food now. Yeah, nice monitor, this one. Look at this. It's ultra wide. It's cool. The OLED monitor that I want right now is the latest Asus one. Asus OLED monitor. What is it called? This one looks really fancy too, but I really want this one. Oh, let me see. It's called... Dang it, what is it called? No, that's not the one. That's not the one. There it is. That's the one. Man, my God, it's $1,300. It's called the Asus ROG Swift PG278QWP-OLED. Now, you know, the selling point of that one is that it's 5 or 700 hertz, but I don't care about that. I care about the fact that it gets really bright and it has quite the longevity. But look how pretty it is. It's got that see-through plastic on the back, and I really, really want this one, but I can't justify the price at the moment. Especially because I'm going to Japan in March. The back is beautiful for those who dare, it says. But like even the front design is really nice with the silver bezels and the silver stand. Now, if I were to get this, I would remove the stand and put it on my VESA mount, so the stand doesn't matter for me at all. But this, I bet the picture is out of this world. And then, of course, you get the high refresh rate on it at the same time. But reviews say that this is the best OLED monitor money can buy right now, but it does cost about 1,300 bucks, so you're paying a premium for that one. I was also thinking, very tempted to buy a new GPU because currently there's crisis going on in the computer market. There's a huge RAM shortage, and RAM is really, really expensive right now. Like the 64 gigabytes of RAM that I bought for this new computer that I built back in summer, I paid 250 bucks for 64 gigs of GDDR5 RAM. And now that same the same RAM costs 1,000 bucks. It's really bad. So I was thinking, if there's such a RAM shortage at the moment, in the future that's probably going to impact the GPUs as well. And I was waiting for the RTX Super Series, the 5000 Super Series, before upgrading my GPU. But now you have news coming out that Nvidia will not be supplying memory with their GPUs to their manufacturers, which means that those GPUs are probably going to cost a ton when they come out, and that's not good. That probably means it's going to be really, really, really bad. But I was also looking at the prices. You know, I was thinking of getting a 5080, and that's what the Asus TUF one is 1,200 bucks, which is really expensive. But I was thinking really carefully. I was like, ooh, you know, I'm gonna buy these flight tickets and then I'm gonna go to Japan. I'm probably better off just holding off for now. And I didn't buy the new GPU, but also it's like buying that GPU, it would have felt like a purchase I made just because I felt forced to, not because I wanted that exact card. So I'll take the risk. I'll see how it looks in the future. It's so bad Nvidia wants to start selling GPUs. Yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier. Curious how the black plastic works with a VESA mount? Yeah. Oh, I see how it is. Sharon, take a look at this. That circle cutout, that's definitely where the VESA mounting is. So it should look fine. It should be fine. Yeah, there we go. Because these stands usually they're VESA mounts, so that should be fine. By the way you spelled mount, could it be that YouTube censored the word mount, so you had to spell it with a 0? I'm gonna put it past him. My friend, he couldn't comment on my chat the other day because the thing would just filter his name out. Poor Nvidia, they only have a lowly market value of 4 trillion USD. They can't afford RAM. Yep, it's looking terrible. I would have looked into buying AMD cards, but I've explained this before. With the things, you know, I do for VTubing, you know, NVIDIA decoder, encoder, and my productivity apps like Maya, Blender, Houdini now, Premiere, After Effects, they work best with NVIDIA. So I can't go with AMD. Booba too? Oh man. I mean, I'm the channel owner, so that's probably why Mount goes through. Oh man, it's sad. The GPU market is sad. I hate that I'm stuck with Nvidia. Nvidia has a monopoly. They 100% do. Especially if you're somebody who needs to who needs a GPU for other things than gaming, which is basically everybody, every industry aside from gamers who only want to play games on their computers. For them, you know, AMD GPU is perfectly fine purchase. I would even recommend it for anybody building a computer who does not stream, who does not plan on doing content creation. Get an AMD card. But, you know, for people like me, I'm stuck with Nvidia. Cyber, you too. You know, you're an animator. You're stuck with Nvidia as well. They've got you by the balls, and me, for that matter. All that promised support for Radeon Doko, it's gone. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist because, you know, when one thing works so well, why invest in the other? Why invest in the other? So, I have some notes here, you know, about things I wanted to talk about. And one of my topics is simply titled, Talk About the Chopper Being Shit. But I have no idea what I mean by that. I honestly don't know. What does that mean? Apollo, what did you mean by the chopper? Oh! I think I talked about that last time, actually. I bought an onion chopper that was really bad. Okay, so we've talked about that already. I bought an onion chopper. It was terrible. Yeah, that's the one. That's Sharon, you remember. Yeah, we already talked about that. Long story short, I bought a chopper from Amazon. It was terrible. I returned it. And I got my money back. So there we go. There's one topic here on my list. But that topic actually requires me to take a picture of a thing I have. So maybe we'll save that for next time. I have to dig it out. But I can, you know, I can just quickly mention what it is, and then next time we do a chit chat, we'll go into that topic. But it's I have a notebook from back when I used to live in Japan, and it's got a lot of stickers on it. And there's a nice history behind that notebook. But I actually really want to take a picture of it and show you guys the stickers. And I want to talk about the history on that. But since I don't have the picture on me right now, and the notebook itself, it's like inside my mountain of archived stuff inside one of my cabinets. So I'm not going to dig that out right now. Otherwise, I'll probably be spending 10 minutes looking for that. I don't know where it is exactly. But I'm going to try to take a picture of that later. There's other than that, are you still shadow banned? I see your comment there because I've got live chat on. But if Thumbdiggers, if your chat doesn't show up on the stream, you're still shadow banned. Oh my god, bro is shadow banned. Look. I'm gonna take a screenshot here. I'm gonna do this as well. So this is a topic. This is bullshit. I don't know what's going on here. But the only reason I'm seeing Dumbdigger's chat right now, because look at this. He is chatting here, right? You see him at the bottom of the chat. But I only see that comment because I have live chat on. By default, the YouTube chat is on top chat. So it's flagging Dumbdiggers as spam for some reason. And I don't know why. I can see his, you know, he doesn't show up on stream there, but we can see him because I can see him. If you click on live chat and set it to, or if you click on top chat and set it to live chat, you can see his comments. But bro is being persecuted. I'm sure it wasn't me. It was just that one time with No, it's not you, Yola. It's YouTube flagging his account because he's That's so funny though. You accidentally removed all of Cyber's messages, but I checked my list of hidden accounts. He is not hidden because I have a ban list, and I don't have anybody in the ban list. There was one person that was there by accident before. I think 2 years ago, one of my moderators accidentally banned that person, and I had to go and unban them real quick. But that was way before the Yola incident. She hates me so much. Can't see as much as it. Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, he's not on my band members list, so it's so over. Yeah, they got you. Susan got you from the grave, dumb diggers. She was like, this guy, ban him in particular. So you're a spam guy. I don't know why. It's messed up. It's messed up. I can't believe they would do this to my buddy, dumb diggers. So let's get rid of this and this. But I wonder when I'm gonna get my Skeb artwork back. I commissioned that guy all the way back in what was it? 15th of September. The deadline is January 12th. You know, so he's got plenty of time on him to finish that artwork. But I'm also not really in a rush. It is just a random artwork I saw. I can show you guys who it is. It's really nice artwork, but you know, don't expect any artwork from that guy any day soon if you commission them. They do a lot of them. There's a big list of stuff, but the artwork is beautiful. It's kind of like magical in a way, I think. And I thought, hey, if they draw me, it's gonna look great. But we'll see in the future when the hell that artwork finishes. Maybe it's time to do some Christmas Apollo artwork. I think last Christmas I did do some Christmas stuff. I didn't get any custom artwork, but let's see if I can find it. It's probably here in my unsorted folder. We gotta go all the way back to December 2024. I'm just scrolling down my unsorted folder. I saved that image in this folder and I'm like, I cannot find this. I should have put it in, there it is. I put this one out on Twitter. There was a trend where a PNG of this, I don't remember who did it, but this thing was there. This thing. So I decided to put little Apollo over there. You know, speaking of Chibi Apollo, I contacted the person who did it and I was like, hey, hook me up with an update. And now that I think about it, it's been 5 months since I last heard from them. They probably forgot. I'll send them a message afterwards. I forgot myself as well, to be honest with you. I wanted an update so that Human Apollo could also be Chibi. Yeah, I just wanted a Chibi Apollo update with also the new hair, and I'd be able to toggle between them just like I am right now. And the person also said, hey, it's also due for a rigging update. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll holler at them. They were really busy at the time. I think they were getting ready for a cosplay event at some point. So I don't blame them for forgetting. And I'm also not in a rush, so I don't really mind. I wanted to talk about AI videos for a second. They make me they piss me off more than anything else. In particular, the ones I hate really badly right now are AI animal videos. I'm scrolling YouTube shorts and then suddenly I see an animal video of a cute bird. I'm like, oh, look at this cute bird over there. And then it does something really unrealistic and it just ticks me off because they tricked me into watching a garbage AI video that probably, you know, they fed it into what, Grok or ChatGPT, Sora. They were like, huh, hey, make this funny little bird. He does this dance. And then, you know, fucking 2 acres of rainforest gets burned up. Shits out that piece of shit. That line was stolen from Northern Lion, by the way. I still think about that. He did a big AI rant where he was like, oh, let's do a prompt. Throws an acre of rainforest into the oven and then continued his joke. But they're so bad. Like the cat with the shotgun, yeah. They're really bad. I hate it. I really hate the ones in particular where it's an animal by the door. I think it's like security footage from a person's doorbell or something, whatnot. and then an animal goes up there, rings the bell, does something stupid, and leaves. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate AI videos like you wouldn't believe. I hate the fact that people waste my time with that stuff. I have a friend who's really pissing me off lately. He sends me AI shit all the time, and I'm trying to not react to them at all. I just ignore it. Completely ignore it. He sends them over on Discord. He's like, oh, look at this video. And I don't respond. And I'm hoping he will notice one day that I just don't engage with that stuff. But eventually I'm going to tell him, knock it off. I don't ever want to send AI videos. If you ever send me an AI video ever again, I'm going to go to your garage and slash your tires. That's how pissed off they make me. I don't want to see them. Ever. I really don't. I think they set a really dangerous precedent for what's to come. I mean, more than that, it's like people are just gonna make deepfakes of people doing shit. And I'm not just talking about sus things. I'm like, hey, look at what this guy did. He did this. He punched this guy. And then, you know, that person never did that. Photographic evidence, you know, that thing's not gonna hold up anymore. The worst thing about AI is it sometimes makes you suspect of things. That's also the thing. I think, what was it? Google's new AI thing? What is it called? Banana thing? There was a viral image going around lately about Google's latest thing. No, not Gemini. AI slop, yeah. What is it called? Google Nano Banana. That's what it's called. Nano Banana. There was an image going viral of a picture of a girl in a bar, and it looked unbelievably realistic. Like, I didn't know it was AI until people were like, "This is AI." Here's the same image generated by their previous model, and the leap is so insane. And I'm just thinking, well, we're in for the next 5 years and on are gonna be full of slop, full of fake stuff. It's gonna be the worst. I think the internet's just gonna get worse and worse from here on out, and it's making me lose my mind, to be honest. The worst thing about AI is that sometimes make you, oh, I already read that. I think it already happens. It does. AI slop, we are cooked. I saw a quoted tweet to that tweet with the AI girl, and they were like, the Facebook generation are so cooked, and especially, you know, Facebook grandparents, they already fall for the most obvious fake AI stuff. You know, I mean, it's all low quality, to be honest with you, but even the stuff that's obvious at a glance, you know, the grandparents, they fall for that. They're like, oh my god, did you see that? Oh, how did that cat speak like a human? They're falling for that already, and now we're getting AI stuff that's indistinguishable. It's awful, man. I honestly think that generative AI images and AI videos should not be illegal. That's my stance on it. That should not be legal. You should not be allowed to do that just because of the dangerous implications behind it. It's messed up. You shouldn't have it. And I hate it when an AI apologist shows up and they go like, oh, but AI enables this and that. Listen, shut up. And to make my stance clear, I'm not 100% against AI. I think if AI can be used as a tool, you know, to help things like in research and whatnot. I know that in the study of gene medicine and protein folding and whatnot, AI is really good. But it's specifically generative AI that I have an issue with. That's the worst. Like, if I've said this before, if AI can take care of pain in the ass things, that's fine. If it helps improve somebody's workflow, that's fine. As long as the human gets to do the artistic and fun stuff. You know, as say you make a 3D model and you have bad topology, instead of spending 2 or 3 hours fixing the topology, if you could just have an AI be like, okay, I need the topology fixed around here, and it could do that for you real quick, that's fine. Nobody really likes spending time on fixing the small kinks. But, you know, it's also valuable, you know, learning how to do proper topology by yourself. But once you've gotten to that point and you can use it as a way to just streamline the process, use it as a tool to make things faster and nicer, that's fine. But when you have that thing animating this thing for you, oh my god. I got really pissed off the other day as well. That just reminded me. I was in a phone call with my mother, just video call with my mother, and she was like, "Hey Apollo, look at this. Your sister printed us these really nice things." And she shows me on the camera, they're printed AI images. They're printed AI images, not just any image at all. But during my sister's graduation back in June, her graduation party, we took a bunch of pictures together. And my sister, she took those pictures, fed it to ChatGPT, and spat out Disney-fied versions of those pictures. And of course, they have the yellow filter on it as well, because generative AI has been poisoned lately with a yellow piss filter. So it had that signature yellow filter on it. And my mom shows me, she's like, "Oh, Apollo, look, we look like Disney characters." And there we go. There's me, looking like a Disney character. This is my sister, my dad, my mom, looking like terribly done AI Disney characters. And I'm like, oh. And it's like, for people who are, normies, people like them who are not really invested in technology and stuff, who are not really engaging in the world of art, for them, it's just a cool little piece of technology. They have a completely different mindset. They don't really understand why this stuff is not good. They don't understand it. And I told, I'm not gonna argue with my mom about it because, she's getting to the advanced age, and for her, it's a neat little thing. So I'm not gonna tell her and ruin her mood and be like, "Mom, this is evil. This is literally the devil." I just told her, yeah, I mean, it's nice, but personally, I'm not a fan of generative AI. I told her, but nice for you guys, And she was like, why are you not into AI? I'm like, it doesn't matter. My opinion doesn't matter, mother. I'm just happy that you like what you got here. And if I were to, argue with my sister against AI, she would most definitely just shut me off right there and say, "Oh, you're just overreacting, Apollo. You're being negative for no reason." Because at the end of the day, she doesn't have the same mindset as we do. So I'm not going to argue with them about it because, in the end, they think it's a nice thing to have for the family. And it's like, whatever, I guess. But it hurt me deep inside seeing that. I would rather my sister pay an artist for, a stylistic rendition of her graduation pictures rather than telling ChatGPT, "Make us Disney," and put a piss filter over it. I think the worst thing about AI is that it is actually literally making people sick if they live near AI farms. What about, you mean pollution? Pollution and stuff? Over here, they're selling AI figures? You mean figures, 3D models designed by AI and then... You mean 3D models? 3D models designed by AI and then 3D printed? TIL, Apollo does not engage in traditional Thanksgiving arguments. I mean, in Sweden, we don't have Thanksgiving. I think over here, the big family meetups are on Christmas and during midsummer. Yeah, on midsummer. Midsummer is the big Swedish tradition where people just get together and they have a nice time. Yeah, 3D models designed by AI and then printed them out. Like us, everyone, we've all played around with generative AI. Like, I played around a little bit with Suno, the music thing. I was like, okay, pretty scary that it can do this, but then I turned it off. But I would never use anything designed or done by AI in my work as Deadman Apollo in my VTuber career. I would never. Playing with it is one thing, but publishing the stuff you make, although admittedly there is some funny stuff made by AI, but that's a whole other discussion. And it's like, I would rather that not existing, even if it's funny, you know? I would rather the memes be made by humans. But you know, 3D models by AI. I'm thinking, you know, my field, the field I'm studying, it's 3D artwork and animation and whatnot. VFX, I know, is completely cooked at the moment because of AI. I think 3D stuff and animation, it's gonna, you know, live on for like it is for another while, but I'm not sure about how that industry is gonna look in 3 years, 5 years. I think mocap, there's always gonna be a market for that, especially with VTubers. In the VTuber field, you know, Cover Corporation, they're always gonna need mocap technicians. You know, Niji Sanji is gonna need mocap technicians, and I guess Face Connect these days, they're gonna specialize in that sometime soon. But mocaps, I think that's gonna live on for a while. Maybe I should become a mocap artist more than anything. I think the AI bubble will burst before we get in trouble with animation. I hope it bursts very soon. It's polluting waters. Oh man. I guess that makes sense because the data centers are pretty crazy. Is my hair not glowing as much as it used to? I'm gonna check vcface.exe. Let's bring out my 1.0 model real quick because I'm curious about this. It's a thing I just kind of noticed. Apollo. I need to we're gonna bring up the old Apollo model and we're gonna compare. There is one difference, and that is that there's no glow to my hair anymore. Okay, yeah, I think I can see the difference. That's not the one. There we go. This is my 1.0 model. Is it the bloom? Let me turn off the bloom for a second. I am slightly more cartoony. That's one thing. Let's turn off the bloom. No, it was just in my mind. It was the bloom I was thinking of. The bloom makes my hair look a little bit more radiant. The thing with the app I'm using right now, Wardo, is that due to the way transparency is handled, the glow of my hair doesn't really come off as well. But I guess that's a future thing. Do hope for more advancements in mocap tech. At least more budget-friendly tracking. Yeah, I think. Oh, that's Sharon. That's a good place where good AI comes in. Good AI. Because webcam or camera-based full-body tracking is improving a ton thanks to AI. That's one of the good places where AI works really well. And that kind of tracking also does not burn through a billion watts of energy because it all runs locally on your GPU, right? That's one place where good AI, you know, good thing. We came up with a good AI application. Yeah, I completely agree on that one. I think AI is going to help a lot when it comes to mocap, just making it a lot more accurate, and webcam tracking is also going to be a lot better, I think. Currently, I think I don't remember what the app is called, but it's another 3D VTubing app. It's called Webcam Motion Tracker or something. That one uses AI to improve on its tracking because, you know, the AI probably works like our eyes. It can see the limbs properly, and then it interpolates those motions into tracking data. So that's a good very good use case for AI because tracking is hard, especially, and is especially good if it can be accessed for a cheaper price. That's really nice. I think Wardo has its own built-in hand tracking with webcam. I don't use it very often though because it's a pain in the ass to set up. At least personally, because I don't have a webcam, and if I want to use my hand tracking, I have to connect my old phone to it to act as a webcam, and that's a little bit of a pain in the ass to set up. And I honestly should for every Zatsudan I do, every chit chat, so it's a little bit more dynamic and I can move my hands around. But it's annoying to set up, and I don't often do it. Now, if I could come up with a good tech, maybe if I buy a clamp that I can just connect to the back of my VESA mount for my monitor, maybe that could work reasonably well. It's just a matter of the tools I'm using here to get that happening. And also, a little bit of a scary thing about that is that I don't want the camera pointing at my 4D face. I don't want that, because, you know, accidents may happen. And it's scary. Let me see. The Video Game Awards, the player's voice is up now. Where it's a category where the people vote on their game of the year. And I voted for a couple of them. Let me see. You got 10 votes. And after, I think next week, Tuesday 2nd? Oh, tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think it's a list of 30 or so games. Tomorrow, they're gonna... 29 games. Tomorrow, it's gonna eliminate a bunch of games from this list. And then we get to vote again. You can't vote for that at the moment. They don't let me log in. I voted for it earlier on my phone. I voted for Clear Obscure, Death Stranding, Donkey Kong, Genshin Impact, so I can get my Primo Gems, Hollow Knight, Ninja Gaiden 4, Peak, Repo, Silent Hill F, and Split Fiction. I have not played Split Fiction, but I voted for it anyway. But I'll be totally honest with you guys. I'll be 100% honest. I will keep on voting for Genshin Impact because I'll get free Primo Gems. They got me. They've bribed me. I'm all in. I don't think, you know, Genshin Impact deserves player choice, but but I'm gonna vote for it anyway because I'm greedy and I want my Primo Gems. I have a lot of characters to roll for, and those Primo Gems aren't gonna, you know, grow on trees. Let me turn into human for a sec. They're not gonna grow on trees. Now, there has been a development. There's been a development, folks. Let's go back to this list real quick. There's been a development. Let's focus on this. Durin is going to come out tomorrow. But it has now been revealed through leaks that Alice is out of the picture. She is not going to come out in version 6.0. She's going to be a 7.0 character. So this patch, she's out of the picture. Which leaves us with this cast of characters. And probably a Escoffier rerun. And you know, I'm gonna need all the primos I'm gonna need. I'm gonna get this guy, Durin, comes out tomorrow. Tomorrow? Yeah, he comes out tomorrow. And we will roll for him together on stream. So look forward to that. It's gonna be a short stream though, because we're just gonna roll for the guy and probably get Jahoda as well. And then we're gonna test him out and end the stream. So that's gonna be like a 1 hour stream. Just for the sake of rolling. But I'm gonna need all the primos I get. And you know what that means? They're gonna get my vote every time in the Game Awards. Cyber! Sharon! Yola! You gotta vote for Genshin Impact as well, so I can reap the benefits. So I can reap the benefits. Sorry. You get 10 votes. You get 10 votes. So vote for Genshin. You can vote for side games as well. No, you're not. Hey, vote for it. You gotta vote for Horse Girls, for Carrots, Team Silksong. You get 10 votes. So you can... I voted Silksong as well. So... But you know, when the final voting round comes, that's when we're gonna be at war. I'm gonna vote for my game. But if Genshin Impact doesn't actually make it to the finals, then I'll vote for Clear Obscure, so the Frenchies can get another win. Honestly though, maybe I should vote for Silksong, because my prediction is that Clear Obscure is going to win literally every single category. They're probably going to sweep every single category they're nominated for. So maybe, you know, cut the other studios some slack and maybe vote for Silksong. I think there's a very high chance that Silksong is going to win because Player's Voice, in the end, it is a popularity contest. And more players played Silksong over Clear Obscure. Although I recommend that everybody play Clair Obscur. It's such an incredible game. We haven't beaten it. We haven't beaten it yet. That brings me to my next topic. Metroid Prime 4 is coming out on Thursday, I believe. Metroid Prime 4 release date. Yeah, it's coming out on Thursday. Funnily enough, Clair Obscur didn't sweep the golden joysticks. Well, golden joystick, they don't matter. But that one is 100% fan voted. Oh yeah, that doesn't matter then. Disregard it. I've currently decided I'm gonna wait a little bit on Metroid Prime 4, because if that character Miles Mackenzie, that annoying Marvel Quips guy, is like in the entire game, I'm just not gonna get it on release. I'm just gonna wait. But if he is not there, I'll probably get it on release. However, I'm still gonna wait because we have to beat Ninja Gaiden 4 before we move on to any other game. And I want to play Metroid Prime 4 on stream. I'm also, I don't feel like I'm in a rush to play it, so I don't mind waiting. But this week we are gonna stream a little bit more. We're gonna stream Ninja Gaiden 4 a bit more, of course. Try and beat that. Apparently I'm halfway through the game, which is not good, because I was hoping, well, it's good in a way, because we want a great game to last a while, but at the same time I want to beat it too. I think I'm 10 hours into the game, and it's apparently like 18 hours long. Really, the longest Ninja Gaiden game so far. So we have quite a bit left in that game. But I'm gonna see, maybe on Wednesday or Thursday, we're gonna do a decently long Ninja Gaiden stream. I am a little bit less busy this week with the assignments and stuff, because this week's assignment, at least the VFX assignment isn't that hard. The math assignment still kicks my ass, but I'll make it. I'll be able to do it. I'll be able to finish it, I think. Anyway, I think that's good. Yeah, but we'll see with. I really hope that Miles character is just not prominent in that thing. Paul, which category is Genshin in? It's players vote. Let me link it to you. It's different from the other categories. Here it is. Players voice. You get 10 votes, and you get to pick a whole bunch of games. Thank you, by the way, Sharon. Also, Sharon, vote for your whatever gacha you're playing at the moment, if it's there. I gotta stretch. Ugh. I'm still not feeling hungry, which is really surprising. It's been 9 hours since I last... No, not 9 hours. 8 hours since I last ate, and I'm still not hungry. I didn't even have that big of a breakfast. It was just some sandwiches. 2 toast sandwiches with some slices of turkey on it. And cheese. That's about it. Anyway, let me see. What was my final few topics? I'm saving a couple for next week, or later this week. I already talked about Black Friday. Yeah, I think that was all of my topics. We talked about for about an hour and 40 minutes. I think we can call it there. Also reminded me, I meant for this stream to be a vertical stream, and I completely forgot until now. I was like, am I forgetting something? And of course, I wanted to do a vertical stream, and I forgot. Because I remembered that, you're more visible when you do a vertical stream. So we're going to try and remember that for next stream, and do a vertical stream there. There's also a new chat layout that I wanted to try out. It's a horizontal chat layout, which I think would be perfect for a vertical stream. So we'll see. We'll see, folks. If I remember next time. Ugh. It's, I hope the snow has been plowed so I can take my bike to the post office today and get my headphones. And then, oh boy. Then I need to, not tomorrow, but in 2 days, I gotta go to that store I bought those headphones at. Make sure I get my refund. Because I still don't have it. None of your gachas are on there? Oh, sad days. I'm surprised that Zenless Zone Zero or Star Rail aren't there, because those are pretty popular. I think Star Rail is like at the top of the gacha earnings chart at the moment. I think Zelda Zone Zero fell off a little bit. Let me check. My friend sent me the list. What's at the top at the moment? Is Love in Deep Space not at the top anymore? Did it finally get dethroned? I got the list right here. Let's take a look at it. Alright, we got Honkai Star Rail at the top. Arknights, Pokemon TCG Pocket. Oh, there we go. Love in Deep Space at the 4th place. You know, women are still supporting that game strongly. Uma Musume there. Genshin at 7th. Genshin at the moment, I think it's gonna shoot up when Columbina releases, because she's one of the most hyped up characters. Wuthering Waves is doing really good for itself. Oh yeah, Zelda Zone Zero at 15th. It made like 9 or November. It made 9 million in November. That's not good. Genshin Impact going down in November makes sense because no new characters really came out. Actually, Nefer came out, but people, I think a lot of people skipped her because she wasn't really that amazing. Oh, you're playing FGO and SD Gundam G Generational Eternal. Oh, hell yeah, Gundam Oji-san Power. You know, that reminds me, we still have to put the stickers on my Gunpla, on my aerial Gunpla. I'm gonna write a note for myself and to remind myself that we gotta do that. Maybe not next time, not next Zatsudan, but probably the Zatsudan after. We will do that. We'll put the stickers on that Gunpla finally, and it's gonna be nerve-wracking and awful. It's gonna be scary, guys. I really don't want to deal with stickers, but we gotta do it. My Gundam Gunpla Aerial doesn't look as amazing as it would. As it should. What else? What else? Before we end it. We talked about Japan. My plans for Japan, what are they? Well, HoloLive Expo is something I want to go to, but those plans, you know, they're not set in stone because the tickets haven't come out yet. And I don't know if I'm going to win any tickets or if they're going to do any overseas plan or whatever. Let's look at HoloLive TV's Twitter. Any announcements there? No? Let's go to the HoloLive Expo 2025 thing. No, 2026. HoloLive Expo 2026. The website isn't even there at the moment. Alright, so it's still being cooked, I suppose. Because last time, around this time of year, they put up tickets. So it should at least come out at least this month, this week, or next month. That's when they'll announce the tickets, and we'll see how it goes. But, you know, even if I get to go or don't get to go, whether or not I get to go or not, I'm still going to Japan because it's a good opportunity to meet up with a lot of friends, you know, especially with Ken being there, my other friend being there, and I've got some plans with my Japanese VTuber buddies. I need to check if none of my other friends are planning to go there. I don't know, maybe, imagine if Taishi went there, for example, and I just didn't know. Good opportunity to meet that guy. Maybe I can do a flyby to Hong Kong and hang out with him. Because I have a couple of friends in Hong Kong too that I want to meet. But we'll see. We will see. What else? I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Smiling Friends. I want to quickly talk about that. Smiling Friends. The 3rd season has been incredible. It's a really funny cartoon. It's the funniest cartoon I've ever seen. For those who haven't seen it, Smiling Friends. There are 3 seasons. Season 3 is ongoing at the moment. I'm shilling here, by the way. 10 minutes per episode. I highly recommend everybody here to go check it out. Smiling Friends. It is so damn funny. Makes me laugh consistently every week. Go check it out. You need to watch the new season? Yeah. You only ever seen clips of it? Sharon! You gotta watch it. You gotta go watch it. Waiting for it to finish? That's fair, you know, because you can finish it in one afternoon, considering every episode is 10 minutes long. Every episode together, I think it's gonna be 10 episodes. So it'll be like watching a short movie if you watch it all from start to finish. Yeah, go check it out. Get it however you can. Sail the Seven Seas if you can. I think it's on HBO Max. But if you don't have that, you know, Sailing the Seas is fine too. But I highly recommend it. It's really funny and really clever. It's made by some of my favorite internet personalities. Psychic Pebbles, Zach Hadel, and his team. It's really good stuff. Really good stuff. If you were on Newgrounds back in the day, during its golden years, then you're gonna be set. Thanks for the fun chit chat. Yeah, thank you guys for joining. Yeah, I'm gonna end it here too. I'm surprised that I'm not hungry yet, but I guess I'm gonna start doing some meal prep. Today I'm gonna eat kebab. I'm gonna eat kebab. I got some nice meat and some good spices, and I've got my salad and whatnot. So I'm just gonna do the meal prep for that right now, and then when I start feeling hungry, I'll cook it up and consume it. But yeah, for now, I think that's it. I think that's it for now. Tomorrow we will roll for Durin and Genshin Impact. It's gonna be a short stream, probably just an hour long. And then either Wednesday or Thursday, we're gonna play Ninja Gaiden 4. And I feel like I have a collab. I feel like I have a collab going. Are, do I have a collab? Or was that the week after? Let me just confirm. I'm gonna go to this international Discord group I'm in. Click on the Troll Seisan. Okay, it's next week. December 14th. It's gonna be a mass collab of 15 people. It's not gonna be Among Us. It's gonna be Repo. 15 people in Repo. We don't know how that's gonna work out, but that's the hell we chose. We gotta figure out the Monster Hunter collab soon. Yeah, when is that coming out? Monster Hunter title update for release date. December 16th. Okay, 2 days after that collab. All right, we'll figure something out. December 16th. You know, speaking of AI again, I hate that I just read the AI overview because I didn't notice that was it. I was just looking at the top result. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. How do we... Is there an extension to hide this stupid stuff? I need an extension that hides Google's AI. Can you imagine that? Every time you're Googling, you're burning like million watts of energy. Let's think about that for a second. Yeah, forgot Mazio. Plenty of time for you to grind. Hell yeah. I also need to grind a little bit. My greatsword set is kind of outdated at the moment, so I need to upgrade that stuff, definitely. I think with Arc-Tempered new Udra, a new meta set came out that's really good for greatsword, so I gotta get in on that and check it out. Anyway, for now I think I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys so much for coming, folks. I'll see you next Chit Chat stream, which should be on Sunday, probably. If it's not on Sunday, I'll do it Monday. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys again for keeping me company, and I'll see you next time on Bone TV, Skeleton TV, Otsubone.